Hello, everybody. It is Mike, and welcome back once again to Projekt Severovo. Sorry we were a little bit late. We got a little engrossed in conversations about Fallout and various lore aspects therein.
And ascension to godhood.
Correct. We are geeks. We are nerds. Sometimes we get distracted by geeky nerdiness. God,
And
I
I
feel
want
like
to beat the universe.
I'm sounding so much like Jester right now. It's weird. Anyway, where we last left off, you guys had just exited. Oh, sorry, I didn't even have you guys. What did? Oh, I learned a new thing today. There we go. Okay, so where we last left off, you guys were at the gasworks. You had just lost your friend? Question mark? Boris. Yeah. And you had just gotten out with Raphael. Avanad had gone a wee bit crazy there. And yeah. So, what is your next move after getting out of there?
I think we were going to go back to town because town's not scary.
That's fair.
We have yet to find internet ghosts in town.
Yeah.
I mean, there was that transformer, but...
Fair.
But that wasn't a floating glitch in the Matrix that nearly deleted us.
You look at him and tell me he's not a floating glitch in the fucking Matrix.
No, he's an abomination and a sin against God, but he's not a glitch in the Matrix.
Against what?
Well, that was out of character James talking.
Soyuz Nova anyway.
Plus, we're at the point in communism where they're like, it's okay to be religious, just don't make anyone else religious. We'll phase that out later.
I mean, they're already kind of phasing it out at this point, you know?
But you really can't.
Maybe someone in your party would be kind of intimately familiar with the fact that they're kind of phasing out religion.
Yeah, but at least one or maybe two people in the party would be familiar with the fact that it doesn't really work.
Yeah, I mean, you can say it doesn't really work, but if people die, you know.
Okay, Stalin.
Yeah, I mean, that's what's happening.
Yeah, literally.
Anyway, yeah, so where are you gonna go into town at?
Okay, I suggest we find a room, like suggested.
Raphael kind of looks at you.
True.
Yeah, Raphael looks at you and goes, "Well, you did clear up issue with gas. Let's go to fuck, what was his name? Sorry,
Boris?
let me open this up. Boris is
No,
dead.
Boris is dead. He's laying next to it. Don't you remember how many bullets you put into him?
One.
Yeah.
Very good. You do remember how many bullets you put into him.
Yeah. He says, let's go to Vedren and tell him bad news and good news and see if gas lines are working, yes?
Indeed, although I wondered if the death of Boris will be considered bad news by him.
Look, he died like, what did we say earlier? Hero? Yes, hero.
Did we agree to that?
Well, of course, he managed to save the city before the deadly gas leaking from below consumed him.
And if anyone
And we should probably figure out what to do.
We also have the issue of the bodies to deal with.
You remember Great Go Poof?
True. Hopefully the issue has taken care of itself.
This body... Go ahead. What does Avanad say?
Yeah, Avanad is just sitting by Boris. And he kind of nudges him with the back of his rifle and says, "So what do we do about body?"
I see two options. Let evil thing down there eat him. Or he glances toward the fog.
And Avanad shudders at both of those and says, "The man does not deserve that."
If we go with what you are saying, that he died as a hero of the Soviet Union, he should be buried as such. And I would rather not we send something out there, only for it to come back out.
Oh, so you get to explain bullet hole. Great.
I never said that it would be a open casket viewing.
And at this point, Avanad goes over to Kryakov's backpack, and pulls out the entrenching tool from the back. Says, "Who says that body has to, or who says the body has to be viewed or even seen? It disappeared down there, right?" And taps the ground with a shovel.
Is good point.
Is the ground warm enough to where we can actually open it?
If not warm, I can make warm.
Yeah, I was about to say, you do have like a demolition / sapper expert with you, and also an engineer. So like,
true.
Yeah.
Because my whole thing was that would also mean no one would ever have to explain the bullet hole as if we just burned the body.
Also, Avanad, friend, please notify me if you reach in backpack. We do not want a slip of finger.
Yeah, Avanad kind of like looks at you and looks at the tool, then looks at your backpack and goes, "Oh, you'll have to forgive me. I'm a bit out of it at the moment."
He's fine.
Taps
Future
the
efforts.
Yeah. He like
Tonight?
taps. Oh, go ahead.
Tonight, I make us great dinner. Lentil stew
Hey, this sounds good.
with bacon. I steal some from
Yeah.
Larder
Sound
yesterday.
Yes. And Avanad
Oh,
looks
sorry, requisition. My bad.
Yeah, requisition. I like
Oh yeah,
that.
nod the fuck out, nod the fuck at that. Yeah, requisition. That's how we do it, boys.
Yeah, buddy.
Avanad looks at Olzeg, taps the shovel on the back of his boot, and says, "Well, it's only going to get colder." And yeah, it's probably about. Well, actually, you have a watch on you. It's about 5 o'clock now.
Right. We should do that now before anyone starts asking questions.
He gives you a very pale, well, not pale, but you know what I mean. Like, his face is very flat and very, like, surprisingly drained of color. Nod as he looks over at Kryakov and says, "I know I'm not commanding officer, but would you be friend and help me drag body?"
Yes, of course.
Yeah.
Would be poor manner to not assist a friend.
Yeah.
Oh, there is a small matter of seeing if our friend can help us send word back to Moscow.
Yeah. Yeah, Raphael would go, yes, we can do that. As soon as we bury this body, we go back and see Vedran.
Vedran.
Vedran. Thank you. You know the name better than I do. Probably because I have like a list of 50 names in front of me.
So kind of leaning over. So, do you know how he manages to get things in and out of this city?
Raphael says, "No, I never asked the man his own tricks." He's a wily one, though, I will say that, and he often finds his hands on things that I did not even know you could find your hands on.
Things you shouldn't.
Care to enlighten?
He says, "Well, I just... Sometimes he has things that are stocked in back of house that, I don't even know how he got hold of. Things like, things that do very strange things."
I figured that was something I should probably do.
Oh yeah, certainly. He kind of says he like leans up to you, says, "Between you and me, he might have contract with witch," and then like pulls his head back and he's got this big fucking goofy grin on his face.
Really?
Says, "Oh no, he only whispered that
Oh,
to Anatoly as
sorry.
a joke."
I thought that
Yeah.
was like a stage whisper.
No.
It probably takes a second, and then you see Anatoly laughing with him.
Yeah.
It's one of those laughs where the smile doesn't reach his eyes.
Right, exactly. Yeah, one of those things of like, is this drunk motherfucker being serious right now? Yeah. No, I get you. But yeah, so you guys get the body buried in the cold, hard ground. You don't get it 6 feet, but you get it like 4. It's good enough. It's not gonna like flood up here or anything. Do you guys mark the grave with anything, or?
Uh,
Maybe an Orthodox cross? I don't know.
That doesn't feel very Soviet.
What did they use to mark their graves?
Let's find
Question.
out.
Did they
hold
use
on,
stars?
Is it really a good idea to mark the grave?
We don't say whose grave it is.
Okay.
But I feel like well, I mean, if they're respectful, they look.
Looks like
I
they
think they-
used plinths and pillars.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
I would say, on a slightly superstitious note, any chance we can of giving his soul like a decent rest is probably worth it at this point.
Yeah.
Sure.
It's
Alright.
fair.
We're dealing with bullshit that I can say, yeah.
And just to remind you guys, by the way, of something you may have forgotten, the room that you noticed when you went back down after that apparition disappeared, everything was slightly different. Just a thing that I forgot, or I figured I'd mention in case you guys
Well,
forgot.
you said the grate was gone. I don't remember what
Yeah.
else was different, though.
All of the tools of torture were gone, and then everything else was just all the mold was gone, and everything else was just slightly different. Like maybe a thing here, a thing there. One of those things where you walk into a room you're familiar with, and you just know that something's not right, but you can't put your finger on it.
Like when you move all the furniture to the left by 1 inch.
Yes, exactly.
I love doing that to people. It's so funny.
It's too much work.
And it's so
Yeah.
funny.
What if they
It's
have
worth
full
it, in my
bookshelves?
Sometimes the bodies are hard to move too.
But yeah, so you get the body in the ground. Do you mark it with the Orthodox cross?
Should we be superstitious, or should we just leave, like, a standard basic bitch grave marker?
You are lieutenant. I cannot. Well, field lieutenant at that point.
Yeah.
Did he strike us as, like, a religious man?
He struck
Not
us as a
necessarily.
scared little bitch.
He was very scared.
He's
Yes.
a little bitch.
Yes.
Didn't have any, like, contraband on him of the, like, you know, religious iconography or something, icons of faith.
He did not. It didn't seem.
We won't give him one then. If he was, like, Orthodox, then we would give him
Right.
the Orthodox cross. If he were Muslim, we'd give him...
Did we figure out what he had on his person?
On his person, he had like a really basic like repair kit. He had a set of keys, and he had a we'll say he had like 5 ration cards on him.
Well, me and Gunner are poor, so we need those.
Right.
I have
Um,
lots of ration cards.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck you, though.
By the way, guys, everybody give yourself 2 mythos points in your skills.
That's bad.
Well,
What?
it's good and bad.
I
'Cause
thought
you got
having a
one
high
from-
mythos was bad.
Oh, it's bad, but it's good for identifying things.
Wait, why is it bad again?
It's and remember to bring your max sanity down to 97. That's why it's bad. Your
It
max
drops your max
sanity goes
sanity.
down with the mythos. No, not 2 checks. No.
No,
You
I
get
know. I
this-
was just rolling it to roll it.
Oh, okay.
I was
Yeah.
accidentally on not edit mode, so
Oh, yeah,
And
you're
look-
good. You're good.
And if I had rolled a success, I'd have been like, Mike. And then you would have been like, no. And I would have been like, okay, fair.
Okay.
But,
I would have
just
rolled to
quick-
improve my mythos.
You cannot do that. So just to explain what Mythos does to Mythos does and what it like represents for those who are not familiar. Mythos is basically not your academic, but your fully realized experience with the supernatural world. Mythos is like being able to look at a book and know that shit's cursed. It's the vibe you get off things. It's understanding how the ununderstandable works, right? It's basically like your sixth sense for supernatural things.
so we are becoming our own Cthulhu vibe detector.
Yeah, exactly. That's a really good way to put it.
Eventually,
Hopefully
we'll be able to tell Cthulhu to take a vibe check.
I hope so.
No. Even with 98 sanity, or even with 98 mythos, nope.
Well, we'll at least know that he's having bad vibes. Or since it's October, I guess now we could say he's just a concentration of Halloween funk.
Spooky
It is
scary
October, spooky
skeletons.
month.
Best
Um,
month.
Hell yeah. Okay, so next things next, Raphael, after saying a couple words, he says a couple words in a language. Does anyone speak any languages other than Russian?
You mentioned to us that it was, well, is this the same language he was speaking in when he was out of his mind?
Oh no, that's Avanad who was speaking when he was out of his
Oh,
mind.
gotcha.
But yeah, Avanad also says something in that language.
Arabic, would it be then?
Yeah, you get a rough guess that it's Arabic. That's right. But he says just a couple words in Arabic. Raphael says something in a completely different language that you're like, I don't even know what this fucking language is.
Let me guess, is it English?
No, it's not English.
Well, that's good.
French?
It is not French.
Is it a European or...
Asiatic language.
I don't know. Do you guys want to make a roll?
What
Yes?
would I?
Um,
What could we roll?
Good question. What could you roll?
Listen.
Everything.
Not listen.
Jump, intimidate, history, first aid. Would do that's like a flat intelligence or education roll?
Education. Yeah, give me an edu roll.
What is ein education? Oh, it's the flat.
Aw, man.
Hey!
Anatoly, you learned this in, I don't know where you learned this, but he said a couple things in Latin.
Oh no, he's Catholic.
Where do you learn the? Well, I mean, it could be Orthodox. I mean, the Orthodox Church still teaches a lot of things in Latin.
Oh
I
yeah.
always forget that for some reason.
The Orthodox
can-
are basically like just or East Catholic.
East side.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
well, I mean, just like the Byzantines.
Yeah.
Were the East Romans.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The third Roman Empire. Yeah. But yeah, he says a couple things in Latin. Did you ask him?
What did you say?
He turns to you with a kind of, he's got a soft smile and his eyes clearly have a little bit of pain behind him. But it's not like the kind of thing where he's about to break down. It's more of just the look of a man who has seen this before and accepts it all the same. He says, I figure everyone deserves a few parting words if they are going to be crossing the river Styx, no? I have no coins to put on his eyes, but something.
I'm sure he will be able to pay his way across. Somehow.
Olsek is just like politely nodding, not wanting to be like, bullshit.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
Hold on, hold on.
And
so
also, oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say, 1 second this guy's a Muslim, next guy he's on
No,
ancient.
no,
This is not Avanad.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, this is Raphael.
Drunk
Oh,
The
boy.
okay.
drunk.
Ancient Greek.
Well,
Wait,
drunk.
then why are you speaking Latin?
He's
Latin.
more of a spiritualist than he is like any concrete religion. He's a wanderer. He believes whatever he wants to believe.
I
Essentially,
was
Okay.
gonna say because
So
yes, he's
So you're
speaking
doing
in yeah.
Latin with ancient Greek mythology. All right, you know
yeah,
what?
yeah.
So
Whatever works.
when it comes to the Romans, though, you have to remember they didn't really create their own religion. They just said, whatever the Greeks used is good enough for us. We've got to make
Yeah.
their names more, Roman,
Roman.
though.
Yeah, stitch
Yeah.
together a bunch of
You're
a
not
bunch of
Zeus.
different religions.
You are Jupiter.
They did
Yeah.
change a lot of the myths, though, to be a lot more nationalistic.
Very
Yeah,
true,
that's
very true. Also a lot more horny.
The
Don't know
Romans
why.
were very horny.
Yeah,
Well, they
Romans
probably
go to
keyed
horny
in on
train.
all of that repressed sexual feeling that Zeus displayed in most of it.
Repressed.
You know, it's kind of weird when you think about the Romans. They were super horny, but against other religion, but like in a really repressed way. You know, like you'd have like a lot of pagan religions being like, let's take mushrooms and fuck in the forest, and then the Romans were like, don't do that, and then went and like masturbated in the corner. Like it's like I don't get it. Like
I thought you were gonna say they're like one of the most technologically advanced civilizations of the time, but also at the same time they were just horny motherfuckers.
sword is penis. Haha. All right. So, yeah.
You like my sword.
Oh, good. God.
Sorry.
No. But yeah.
Cursed.
Okay. So, yeah, you guys get done, paying your respects. And I assume you head back to town to good old Vedran.
Yep.
All right.
It's good day to be not dead.
Indeed.
No, for Krukov, it's good day to be giant man.
Is good day for a giant man.
Doctor, charge me.
I'm sorry. I got us on another rabbit hole. I'm sorry.
Oh god.
Fee
you're
fi
good.
fo fum.
I smell the blood of a Russian man. Anyway, so you guys go into town and you immediately notice there's a lot less people on the street. You walk on your way to see Vedran past the common house, and you hear a lot of jovial exclamation and music going on in there.
While we're walking down the street, does it look like there's no one there because they're packing up for the day, because it probably gets ungodly cold out here at night, or is it something more sus?
Like what he was just describing. We have heat now, guys.
That's about the vibe you're getting.
Okay,
Um,
and it's
Time
not
for that?
it's not the Reds doobie kind of sus though.
No, it's not the Reds do be kind of sus though. In
They
fact,
always finish us, though. It's
In
fine.
fact, you walk down the main road to get to the side alley in the low income block, and you see that there's still homeless people, but a lot of them are crowding around doorways, like open doorways and that sort of thing. You pop down the alleyway, knock on the door for Vedran. Vedran looks, opens up, and you feel a nice blast of heat come from his house. And he says, "It appears that you gentlemen..." Wait, Yeah, that was about his voice. It appears that you gentlemen have done very well for yourselves. Come in. I have nice big bottle for you. And like he has a big fucking smile on his face, and in one hand a bottle full of clear liquid that is marked with tape. You know what it is.
Hi, friend.
He's
Whis-
Big bottle
potato.
is good bottle. Yes?
Yeah. Yeah. He brings you guys in and sits you down. Goes, all right, so you got the heat on, eh?
Yes.
Excellent,
Of course.
excellent.
Babushka's letters wait for no one.
He smiles and says, I'll take those, friend. Don't worry. I'll get them where they need to go.
This very good, very good. Just tell me when you want them, and I will give them. I have some now, if that is good.
Works for me. And like he pulls out what looks like a leather attaché and kind of pops it open.
Hand him those.
Yeah, he puts it in the briefcase, closes it, and sets it over behind a fuck, what am I thinking? Dresser. That's the word that I was looking for. Says, I make my run tomorrow morning. It's too late today. And to be honest with you, I would love to be in the heat.
Makes sense. But you wander into fog to deliver these?
He
You are a
smiles.
brave man, but not stupid, I think.
He smiles and says, oh, don't worry. I'm the boogeyman. And gives you a big grin as he pours each of you a glass of vodka.
Whatever you say, boogeyman. Takes it, drinks
Yeah,
it
yeah.
whole.
Yeah.
Still, what, be like, we've done something for you. The least you could do is explain to us how you get through this fog if we are to ever hope of escaping it.
He says, don't worry about getting out the fog. Believe it or not, I don't get out the fog either. But if I tell you trade secret of how I get things in and out, then, well, it's no longer trade secret, no? And he shoots you a look that's a mix between being kind of jocular, but there's something serious underneath it. You know what I mean?
Something in the sense of, don't ask questions.
Yeah, that kind of thing. Like one of those things where he looks at you over his glass for just an extra second. You know what I mean?
Do
Yeah,
be kind
yeah.
of sus, though.
He do be kind of sus, though.
I'd say we vote him off.
Oh, I like that. He's actually playing Among Us. The American spy just needs to kill one more person. Very good, very good.
That's great.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Um,
US.
God. But yeah, so
Hello? Hello? Oh, I can
Hello?
hear you guys.
Oh, there you are.
What did I miss?
You missed me reading Computer King's comment and all of us laughing about it.
He's playing. We're playing.
We're
Among
playing
US.
Among US. Yeah, the American spy
The
just
American
needs to kill one more
spy.
person.
I saw you were not
Wait.
doing tasks for revolution.
Hey, Babushka's letters wait for no one. I don't
Eh.
understand.
True. All right, I swear I was in gasworks fixing pipes.
Yeah. Yeah, we just basically stumbled on Boris after he murdered someone and was like,
You voted him off of the gasworks. Anyways,
Yeah, I
so-
saw Boris vent.
I swear to God, Boris had to vent.
How else would he get out of there? Fuck, we've ruined everything and I love it.
Yeah.
Everything's Daedrin. What are you talking about?
But yeah, so anyway, yeah, he says, but gentlemen, a job is a job, and For this job, I present to you, and he holds out a key ring and a piece of paper. Your new humble abode. Of course, we have to share the wealth, and as ranking FNGs of the village, uh, um, you definitely get to have a nice location, but a humble location. Um, and he looks at Raphael and says, Raphael, don't bother them for the whole night, but if you could show them whenever we're done here, um, all the way to Corner Place, I would be very happy. And Raphael nods and says, You're going to have to give me an extra glass for that. um, and fucking like, Vadran just kind of looks at him like quizzically, like, You fucking serious? And Raphael's like, Okay, sort of thing. But yeah, Olzeg, he hands you the keys and the piece of paper.
What's on the piece of paper?
Me,
The
I'm on
piece of paper says, under the protection and permission of Vedran, under the protection and permission of Vedran Vitalik, these people are allowed quarter at Corner Place for as long as need be.
Are
As
you?
long as his place for me to do fire and cooking.
Of course, it has gas. It has kitchen/bedroom and even outhouse.
Am I the only one who
see.
finds it a little weird that the guy who's handing out basically this stuff is a smuggler? I think there might be some kind of protection racket going on.
And like as you're kind of having that thought, Olzeg, he kind of notices a slightly cocked eyebrow because he's real sharp at reading people. And he says, "Listen, I garner many favors in this village. It nobody fuck with. If you're under my name, nobody fuck with you, and I make absolutely sure of that."
Let
But-
me guess, only favors?
He says, "Of course, it's all favors. I mean, when you're man about town, you're man about town.
I'm
Hey,
I'm gonna make a 1% roll just because there's a chance it could happen, and it
Sure.
would be great if it would. Probably
Mhm.
won't, but nah. But at least I didn't crit fail.
sure. I mean, I will give you this. You have met men who... You've met KGB officials who have been not excommunicated, but kind of out of the favored circle because they deal with certain folk. You have a hunch that he might be certain folk. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But at the
Um,
same time, we're also stuck in spooky fog town, so
Strange bedfellows, am I right?
pretty much.
Yeah. But here, let me get you in the right place. And he says, he says, what do you say at this point? He'd say, listen, if you're ever needing services of a man who knows how to find things or get things out, I am more than happy to help you. I have pretty good stock, and seeing how I trust you enough, I'm more than happy to let you purchase a collection. Nothing too big yet, but enough. I do have some very interesting wares if you ever want to do some more jobs for me that you might get to peruse.
No, Mr. Khajiit.
But yeah, he kind of nods and he looks like you hear a clock chime, like 8 times, and he goes, "Woof, woof! It's really that late already?" And you guys, like, you look at your watch, Olzeg, and like, holy shit, It feels like you've been here for 10 minutes. You've been here for 3 hours.
Well, we did have to stop to bury a body.
Yeah, yeah.
And I'm guessing
So,
we at
yeah.
least gave the man the decency of giving him, 6 feet.
No, you gave him about 4 feet because it's not going to flood out here.
Yeah, that and probably about as far down as we could get before we're hitting permafrost.
Yeah,
I was gonna
yeah.
say that there's no animals around that are gonna dig up his body.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Especially not under-
another.
I'm not
Yeah,
worried about
especially not
animals
under 4
getting his
feet.
body. I'm worried
Hmm.
about
Well-
spooky ghosts getting his body.
If Yog-Sothoth wants his body, Yog-Sothoth will get his body.
Ah, Yog-Sothoth. I haven't heard that name in a long time.
Oh dear.
Let's see here.
Knowing Mike, we might have sussed out who's behind all this.
Yeah, right?
'Cause
Right.
Mike
Hold
is
on.
a fucking Yog-Sothoth cultist.
Yeah, I mean, I swear, man, I need to vary it up. I keep giving you guys the key and the gate. One of these days, I need to do something a little bit less like that. Let me mark this guy's grave on the map real
I was
quick.
about to say, let me mark that down.
Oh, no. I just want you guys to know where his grave is, and let me...
One of
Do
these days we'll play a
something-
Call of Cthulhu game where we actually are dealing with Cthulhu. A novel concept.
Okay, there we go. Not if I'm running it. I'm not gonna give you guys Cthulhu. What the fuck are you talking about?
I said, yeah, what a concept. I could
Yeah,
use a
exactly.
little Cthulhu myself.
Yeah. Why don't you run Recall Cthulhu and keep it with Cthulhu? Maybe then I could be a fucking player.
This game's
Um,
hard
Mike-
to DM.
It is, but it's fun. Let's see here. And corner place. All right. Sorry, I just wanted to mark a couple things on the map for you folks real quick. But yeah, it's about 8 o'clock, and he kind of says, "Gentlemen, I cannot thank you enough. We have heat in town, and this is something that very much helps everyone. Whole big community situation. And
So maybe people treat us like less of outsiders, yes?
he says, I will spread word.
Well,
By
good.
the way, I was wondering, where did Boris go? And he has a bit of a sly smile on his face.
Boris bravely went into the poisonous gases, filling the gasworks. Excuse me. Try not to be
Um,
sus.
Sure.
Filling gasworks, he decided to give his life so that others could have heat.
I believe that Boris was more afraid of coming to you empty-handed than he was the potential of death in the gasworks.
Do you guys both want to make me a fast talk or a persuade roll?
Oh,
Oh, I can make
Yes.
persuade.
Mm-hmm.
I think I even have better fast talk. Let's see here.
Nice.
Do I have fast talk at
Oh,
all?
no.
No.
I'm gonna push that roll.
Oh, so how are we gonna
What the
push it?
fuck? Yeah, I'm going to too.
Okay, so what are we doing to push this roll?
We will
we're
be
probably-
mega sus if we don't succeed.
Yeah, like maybe you're like, but this thing sort of thing.
Our stories are overlapping, but they're two slightly different stories.
Yeah. Okay, go ahead
I
and push
swear
it.
I was in electric. I thought we were in storage.
Ah!
No, Anatoly wins. It's a 69.
Yeah, right.
Game over.
He
He
wins.
wins.
69. He wins.
Okay. So,
Okay.
Anatoly, maybe you say something that like sounds kind of wrong. Like maybe you're like, it's a shame he had to go under, or we had to put him under. And he goes, oh, so you also went into the gas to get his body? And like Olzeg, like you make up for it. You know, how do you make up for it, Olzeg?
See. No, it's... Had we had known that there was poisonous gas in the lower levels, it would have been brave Soviets to go in his stead.
And
Because there's two
He-
levels, haha.
yeah. Um, and he looks at both of you and gives you both a hard glance. And he says, "It's a shame. Well, at least he died. At least he died a hero." And kind of like looks at both of you for a second.
To clarify, you ask if we go into gases to retrieve body. Answer is yes. We gave him proper burial outside of gasworks.
He kind of leans back in his chair and says, "Well, whatever fate Boris befell, it's better that he went out doing something good. I'm
A
sure
true
he would
hero
have
to
made...
the Soviet Union.
Yeah, and he says, I'm sure that he would have made a fool of himself again. Let us drink. To Boris's health and to warm houses." He holds up his glass.
To the
Nozdravia.
Rodina.
Yeah, he says Nozdravia. You say to the Rodina, and then he goes, that too. And just like shoots it back.
I love
almost said
drink.
for Comrade Stalin, take a drink.
Yeah.
I love drink.
Kruyov, what do you say?
I by the way, for clarification, I put my putty away before I drink.
That's fair.
you
Yeah.
don't-
You
you
also
don't-
notice... Oh, go ahead.
You don't drink while holding on to high explosives? That's pussy shit.
We don't
Scratch that.
tolerate none of that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm playing with the putty and chugging.
And you guys noticed that Avanad has not touched his drink.
What are...
Avanad, are you going to drink that, or you want me to finish it for you?
Avanad kind of looks at you and goes, "It's all yours," or "It's all yours."
I'm trying to remember out of character if
Mhm.
there's a religious reason he wouldn't be drinking.
Yeah. He's of the Islamic faith.
I just wasn't sure if they if they had a no drinky rule.
No, as a
Yeah.
matter of fact, during Operation Desert Storm, Desert Shield, American Allied forces, really, used, did I say Allied forces? But NATO forces, there we go.
Yeah.
NATO forces used different types of alcohol to code their supplies.
Yep.
So Budweiser, no, wait, was it?
Oh, because they wouldn't go they'd steal shit unless it was the alcohol.
Right. Or, I have no clue what they're referring to as a Heineken. Whereas
Right,
anybody
right.
thinks, oh yeah, Heineken, green bottle, you're probably talking about a coppered 20 millimeter round.
Right.
Hmm.
But
So, that kind of thing. But
yeah,
Interesting.
yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's
no,
actually
very.
really fucking clever.
Yeah. War is not just of fighting, but also of culture. Yeah. So, yeah, Avanad gives you his drink, and yeah. After that, first of all, do you drink it, Anatoly?
oh, yes.
Totally. Okay. Yeah, nice. You feel nice and toasty. After that, Raphael says, We've taken too much of the good man's time. Here, let me show you to your new house." And
After you.
yeah, he kind of leads you guys out, and you go down the main drag. You see there are fires roaring again because at this point, no one's willing to leave their door open for people to huddle in front of it. Big bonfire in this courtyard over here with the kids' playground equipment and the completely dead trees.
Are they burning the kids' playground equipment?
Oh no, that's metal. They can't burn that. But yeah, so you
Won't
guys
stop them from trying.
Yeah, fair. But yeah, you guys get to the very corner that leads. It's at the intersection of the common house, a kind of pseudo bazaar, and this building full of concrete and ramshackle houses. And you are led to what can only be described generously as a hovel. The walls are made of a mixture of various stuccos, sheet metal, plywood, and even some thatchy mud walls at certain places where it looks like repair has been done. There's one window that has a plank that goes over it that you can remove if you want to look outside, but you got to put the plank on if you want to not be freezing your dick off. He opens up this rickety plywood door that has big fucking gaps at the bottom and the top where cold air seeps through. And you are greeted to a room that has a packed dirt floor. There is a busted down bed with like a super old straw mattress on it. The ceiling looks like it could cave in at any moment. But looks like it's actually made out of construction materials, unlike the rest of this building, which is made out of whatever they could find. The ceiling looks like it's made out of a big sheet of drywall. There is a stove in the corner that is both for cooking and wood burning. There is a radiator on the back wall on the opposite corner from the stove. There is a small table and 2 chairs that look like they're actually really nice. Like really nice for like middle class. So like they are like lacquered and stuff, you know. And then there's also a back door which leads out to a small courtyard with several outhouses. And Raphael says, "Well, this is you."
I think I'm gonna roll spot hidden because I wanna see if there's like a secret reason why we were given this building specifically, other than haha shitty building.
For it.
I don't know, because Vedran just gives me the willies.
All right, Olzeg, you are used to shaking down rooms that look exactly like this. This has been part of your duty for a while now. Like because you've been the junior lieutenant. Often the bitch work of shaking down all the hovels would be left to you. So you know what this is like. You first of all check under the bed, nothing there. You look around all the floorboards, even under the disheveled rug that's on the floor.
Oh no, a disheveled rug?
You find 7 orcs underneath. No, you do find a loose floorboard that looks like things could be stored there. Like it's a very small, not even a crawl space, but like big enough.
Just like a hole in the floor.
Yeah, it's
Quite
about
literally.
big enough that you could probably, if you disassembled it, put like a machine gun.
Oh, that's a smuggler's term. What do they call that? It's is it a booty box?
I think so. No.
I thought they were just called like a smuggler's... No, that's when they're on a boat or something. It's called a smuggling compartment.
Yeah, smuggler...
In this case, I think it's just... There's just literally a hole caused by the fact that this shitty building, is just held
obviously
from the foundation.
was obviously built without use of levels or rulers.
Right.
This
by
piece is close enough, but cousin, there's half-inch gap on left side. I said close enough. Do I look like carpenter?
Yeah, exactly. But you notice that this floorboard is loose, and upon further inspection, it is very easily lifted off, yet still stable enough to be, like, stepped on. So it was clearly intentionally put there. So you can see a little bit of, like, the underside. Oh, wait, no, it has a dirt floor. Never mind. You find something on a wall instead. Sorry, I forgot it had a packed dirt floor with no rug. I was being the dumb. So yeah,
no
actually
rug,
when you're...
Damn it, no orcs.
Yeah, no orcs. Actually, the window area where you put
Is-
the wood set, you notice that there's actually a notch that has like a little wooden like inset in it. You pull out the wooden inset and you see what looked like thatched mud. Actually is like a carefully carved out little niche where you could hold about like something the size of a rifle in the wall. You find that the light that hangs from the ceiling, like from a single wire, you look around the wire and you notice that it appears to have just the slightest crease at the top. You're sure if you twisted that, you could open it, you could pull down the drywall there and you would see more storage space up there as well. So there's a couple smuggling compartments in this place, but otherwise, it's not anything to write home about. There's nothing that's like, aha, we're putting them there because it's easy for surveillance. In fact, the place is pretty private, so
Good.
like the only thing that you have to worry about is that the front and back door locks, like they're sturdy looking, but the front and back door are not sturdy looking. Like someone could probably bust down this like pitiful excuse for like a set of planks.
Yeah, we'll probably have to keep an eye on, like, upgrades for the doors.
Yeah, and like
Lumberyard is good place to start.
yeah, and there is a lumber yard. That's number 9.
But for now, I'm actually going to point out to everyone except, Raphael,
Uh-huh.
once he leaves us to do
Yeah,
our shit.
Raphael would probably say, "Well, gentlemen, it is getting to about 9-ish, probably, which means it is definitely drink o'clock for me. I'm going to go skim drinks from the common house. If you need me, I'll be passed out in some wonderful lady's room." And he kind of tips his rough cap at you guys, turns on his heel, and right as he's about to walk out, he says without looking back, "Oh, and try not to go out too late at night. The town is safe, but strange shit likes to happen nonetheless. It's swamp gas or something, I'm sure." And walks out.
He seemed like a nice guy.
Lieutenant?
If you look
Two
on
obs-
that wall,
Sorry, go ahead.
you will find that we have some unintended storage space if we ever come across something that we do not want our friends to know about.
Lieutenant? First, why this room have so many hiding spots like Cousin Vadim? Second, permission to go requisition a lady's room, preferably with lady in it.
Denied for tonight.
Hey, biscuit.
We must fortify this position first, Conrad.
Okay, Rogaldorn.
Which of my 4 hands am I supposed to use for this, yeah?
What I mean is we should get as familiar as we can here, because we're going to be spending a lot of our time here, especially when we are most vulnerable.
Then I will do that in a position where room is not spinning. Face plants on the straw bed.
Shaking his head. When you can. If you are so intent on learning the body of a woman, learn the body of this room first, like it were a woman. They'll treat you better than any woman if you're lucky.
Avanad like makes a sly comment. He says, "Right, put dick here, put dick there, put dick there. I think I have it, Commander."
Just don't put it outside of the front or back door or else you'll lose it.
Yeah, he
Personally,
nods
back
and
door
says,
is my
"Daw,
favorite.
Commander," and starts flipping through his book again.
Personally, back door is my favorite.
If you are not careful, I'm going to put my dick exactly where you're going to be sleeping when I go to relieve myself in the morning.
Please do not. That would be most uncomfortable for both of
Surrounded
us.
by children.
I don't have
You're right,
ammonia to
Commander.
clean urine.
Yes,
I
you
am-
do know when you are twice my age.
I am child who sends letters back to Babushka. Of course I am chilled. Grin.
I am baby child who drink and play with explosive.
Only in the glorious Soviet Union.
Yeah.
Indeed, only in the Soviet Union am I free to do this.
But
And I'm
yeah.
proud to
Go ahead.
be a communist, where at least I know I'm free.
Insane.
At least I know I have rations.
Yeah. So
Wait, they
At least
had
I
that?
have bombs.
so what are you guys doing over for the night? Because it's about 9 o'clock. You guys gonna go to bed? What are you gonna do?
Probably the same rotation of
Okay.
guard duty, and also while it's Olzeg's, he's gonna be trying to find like if there's some way to make like temporary patches for the doors so that we don't lose all of our heat.
Sure. You look around a little bit, but I mean, this is a very industrious part of town, meaning if it ain't nailed down, someone has already taken it and repurposed it for their own means.
Oh
Like
my god.
everyone they are
Go ahead.
so poor here that it like the homeless people are so poor here that they are willing to drag a trash can several blocks away so that they can have portable heat by their shit. Like, you know what I mean?
This
It's
place is
that
big
kind of
oof.
place. Yeah, this place is like the underside of looking at Soviet Russia. If this was industrialized, this place would be about 10 times larger. And it doesn't matter what town you go to or how prosperous, there's always a place like this, you know?
We're in communist Detroit.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, okay. Everybody roll me power.
Oh no.
Oh.
Oh,
Alright.
yes.
Oh
Nice.
no.
Okay. So Krikov and Anatoly. You guys both sleep at the same time when Olzeg takes shift. Because I know Krikov, you take morning shift, or last shift usually. And Anatoly, don't you take first shift?
Yes, although today he's going to be little unreliable.
Yeah. Well, you guys notice. First of all, Krikov, make me a spot hidden, and Anatoly, make me a spot hidden, but add 10 to your result because you're a little tipsy. You had 2 glasses instead of 1.
I can
Hey!
see through time, bitches.
Nice. Okay. So Krikov and Olzeg, you can make that check as well. The spot hidden.
Alright.
I
already made my spot hidden check.
Yeah.
Nah, I'm an old man. I'm ancient in the Soviet Union at 40.
Right.
I was gonna say I'm 39.
Hey, you're almost ancient then. Woo!
Well, you're ancient. I'm venerable. How about that?
Yeah. So Krikov, the night goes by and you do not see anything out of the ordinary. But you notice that it is weirdly quiet. And in fact, you don't really know what to make of it, but like your friends are not snoring very loudly or making much noise in their sleep, which anyone who has been with Russian military would know that is uncommon. Anatoly, you notice this even more, and you take a second, you're like, wait a minute, I don't even hear them breathing. So you go and check a couple people to make sure that they're breathing, and they are. It is just so shallow, and they are so absolutely still, perfectly still. Now
So, would this be the time to make people to be unpopular and still being a little tipsy? Wake up! Hey, wakey, please.
do you wake everyone up?
Yes.
Okay. You wake everyone up, and everyone's a little groggy. Avanad kind of rolls over as he is woken up from laying on the cold floor, right by the radiator.
There should better be a good reason.
It's,
Quickly.
making sure you are all living. You're breathing very shallow. Not that he's just concerned that, it's not natural for this. Go back to sleep. I'm sorry.
I listened to that order. Yes, sir.
Yeah. Avanad like lifts up his hand and like does one of those like wave away, like one wave things of like get out of here kind of thing, and then like curls up next to the radiator some more.
Ah, shit. Do
Well,
they go
yeah,
back to
sleeping
their
bags?
almost?
Huh?
No, we have a blanket in our pack.
Yeah, you have a blanket each in your pack. But you do not have bedrolls because it is a little too heavy for you guys to take, and those were in the truck.
Whoops.
Yeah.
And now the truck is a person.
R.I.P. the truck.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
All
So
right.
where do you think where do you think the bedrolls went in him?
Good question.
But
What you're saying is, Olsek, I'm trying to sneak around and avoid the fog, but I'm dummy thick.
the clap of these
clap of
bedrolls
these
keep
bedrolls.
alerting the eldritch horrors.
God, that's good. But yeah, eventually everybody gets to sleep in their own time. Kryakov and Anatoly, though, both of you, are kind of like laying there, and you both fade off to sleep during second shift, of course. And you both have the same dream. You are kind of in the air above the village, and you see this great big fog ring around the village, and it keeps pushing out further and further. But you lower in and you go through the fog ring, and you see what looks like a small man, but he's kind of strange looking. You see him from the back, and he's hunched over, and he's got something in his hand next to his mouth. You see like he has some sort of line coming out of the top of his head. He's muttering something to himself. And you both are standing behind him in this forest, and you notice each other's presence.
Is that you?
Who else do you know that's this big?
Yeah. Yeah, Krykov and Anatoly.
Really you? Say something.
Hello?
Yeah.
That is all you can say when we're standing right here, next to this thing.
I'm very confused at the situation.
Oh, did you not hear
didn't
what I
even
just
listen? Yeah.
Sorry, I had someone else talking to me.
That's all right, Gary. I'll just re-describe it. You guys are having the same dream, where you were floating above the village, and then you descended into the fog, and you are like surrounded by forest. Both of you are now standing in the forest, and there's a strange hunchback man with some sort of wire going out of his head, muttering something into something he's holding.
What do you think he's holding on to?
No fucking clue.
Why don't you get closer and figure it out?
Yeah, I'll get right on that.
Yeah.
Meanwhile,
Yes.
as
So,
Anatoly's trying to slowly back away. I'll just be here. I'll
Yeah.
just be over here.
Do you have crowbar or something?
you guys actually are wearing just your uniforms, and you have nothing in them.
No crowbar? It's
I said
unfortunate.
I will sit over here. You talk to creepy man.
That you have empty bottle?
No, have nothing. Just told you.
You notice that there's a pretty decent, like fist-sized rock on the ground.
We'll grab rock.
Okay. And you're gonna approach?
Yeah. I'm into making poor life choices.
Okay. You approach, and as you approach, you hear this small man talking. Says, rock, leaf, rock, dirt, 5 feet, 5 feet. There is a tree. There is another tree. There are 5 trees. These trees are in a cluster, roughly 2 feet away. They span about 30 feet tall. They have several branches. I will count them now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Like, and it's just going on and saying shit like that.
Man is mentally unwell.
And he doesn't seem to like notice you at all.
And also very good with numbers.
Yeah.
Oh, good. Now ask him why he creepy.
Mr. Man, why are you creepy?
Leaf on the ground, and then spins around. And I need you specifically, Krikov, because you're pretty close to him, to make me a sanity check.
Oh fuck! I want to throw the rock at him.
Fuck!
Oh.
Let's see.
Do you wanna push it? Do you wanna push it?
Do I
You
want to push it?
you can push it, but you will take double sanity if you fail it again.
Well, hold on. What? How much would I be taking? Is that because that might help determine?
If you
How-
succeed, you only take 2 points of sanity. If you fail, you take 1d6 points of sanity.
We don't tolerate no pussy shit here, boys.
Hell yeah.
Hell
Okay.
Oh.
Take 2 pieces of sanity real quick. You look at this thing. It has what seems to be a megaphone for a mouth, and it's whispering, or it's speaking quietly into this what looks like a radio microphone. And it
Siren,
says,
what the fuck?
yeah, well, but it still has like 2 eyes that look like they're lenses to like a
Ooh,
Kodak camera. And
thanks, I heard it.
completely bald, and it looks like where the wire is coming from looks like it's the base of an antenna on the front of his head. And he looks at you and he says, there's a man. He is approximately 6 foot. How tall are you again?
6'1", I think.
6'1". There is a man who is approximately 6'1". He appears to be an errant actor. I do not recognize him from any of our file. He is wearing a green coat. He is wearing green pants. He is wearing a hat. He is staring at me incredulously. He has in his hand a
throwing
rock.
rocket at me.
Do you throw the rock at him?
I am throwing
Wait,
the
what
rock.
does his face look like again?
Ugly.
It has like what looks like a megaphone at the end of the mouth, and then 2 camera lenses for the eyes.
Oh,
From a
God.
distance, you can just tell he looks disfigured. You don't see those full details.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, he's Kryukov is blocking my line of sight.
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly. So you
Kill
throw
a
the rock?
friend. Yes, rock meat face.
Okay, make me some kind of check. I suppose that would
Strength?
just be like, yeah, we can do strength. That works.
How did I
Nice.
barely succeed with my strength being that fucking high?
Yeah,
It's bullshit.
you hurl the rock at him, and it phases. It like phases through the microphone and like slams him right between like the eyes, and then like it sounds like you just struck metal with the rock. It doesn't phase him at all. The rock tumbles onto the ground, and like he says, the rock has been thrown at my face as a projectile. It appears that this actor happens to be hostile. And then it says receding to transfer node now. And then just like turns around and moves unnaturally fast far away from you, and both of you wake up at the same time. Kryukov, you wake up, it's the beginning of your shift. Anatoly, you wake up and you've only gotten about 3 hours of sleep, and you're still a little drunk.
That beast.
Yeah.
Okay.
What the fuck?
What?
Do you loudly say that?
Yes.
Well, Olzeg, you hear "what the fuck" in your sleep. Avanad rolls over immediately and like scrambles to grab his rifle.
Oh yeah, like as soon as Olzeg's that fucking gun out.
Yeah.
What's happening? What?
I'm very confused.
This.
Ah. Flop back onto my blanket.
Wait. Kryakov, you dream? Yes?
Yes.
You dream of me being there?
Yes.
Okay, so we have same.
No homo.
We have same dream.
We have same dream. This
we
is
have.
odd.
We have.
And also, that thing was fucking disgusting and ugly. And
Also,
I do not
he's
like
very,
Russian to
very British.
Scottish.
You're very
Shut-
sus, man.
Shut up.
Yo, I think he might be the spy.
I'm not the spy. Hello, sir. I'm not the spy. I promise. You can't. It's not me. I swear to God.
Does he have? Do you have
I
med
swear
scan?
on me, mum. I swear on me, mum.
You don't have med scan. We're venting you.
Yeah. But yeah, okay.
Come to Paradise Theater, where we just make references to other games while we're playing games.
We just make references. Period.
We're Family Guy.
But I'm bum.
Eh.
I need you, by the way, Kryakov, to make one more perception check.
Lois, this is almost as bad as the time as when I worked for the Soviet Union.
You can't
Wasn't
see
that
me
a
on
thing?
camera right now, but I am spot hidden, sorry. You can't see me on camera right now, but I am just fucking rolling my eyes. Okay.
It
Okay.
didn't go well. Also, that's my current sanity, 62.
Ooh, nice.
God, I wish that was my sanity. I'm at like 50.
Yeah.
Yeah, I believe it.
I
No,
suppose I should
yeah.
tell you guys about recovering sanity, by the
Yes,
way.
please.
That'd be
Um,
I
good.
want more.
If you use your treasured item and you pass a willpower test, you too can gain back 1d8 sanity.
Can we do that now?
Yes, go for it now.
We do now? Me do now.
Go do now.
You said
We
will?
do-
Willpower, yes.
Me
Nice.
do now.
Nice. Nice.
Aww.
Aw.
Get
Sad
cut,
day.
nerd.
Can I push that roll? No.
Rip me.
Hey, one's better than none.
I cry.
So how does this look for Olzeg and Kryakov? What do you guys like? What do you guys do to kind of like regain your sense of self? And actually, I'm gonna do that with Avanon.
Kind of looks
I-
like Olzeg goes back to doing the whittling that he tends to do now and
I
again. Though he
calmed
occasionally looks at this little palm-sized object he keeps,
Mm-hmm.
very protective of it.
Nice. Kryakov?
I calm thyself and collect mine thoughts by playing with explosives.
You don't say.
Yeah, I did say actually. I just said it like 3 seconds ago.
Yeah, yeah.
But I play with them a lot more calmly.
Yeah. I get it.
For
I mean, like,
purposes- for aesthetic purposes.
yeah. And you know, like, people play with putty to calm themselves down all the time. Just usually it's not
Yeah.
explosive.
Yeah,
Usually they don't drop it and it kills them.
Yeah.
Well, see, it wouldn't just kill me if I drop it. So don't fuck around, kids.
Yeah.
But you know.
But yeah, so you guys are do you guys continue that conversation? Do you just go back to bed? What's that like?
No, two different dreams. Yes, I remember you going to talk to creepy man and then wake up.
Yes, and also throw rock at creepy man. Yes.
I remember this, yes, but still,
Yeah.
two different dreams, two separate people. Can't
Two
share
separate-
dream.
Can't not possible. Couldn't share dream with creepy man with camera eyes.
Besides, why are you sleeping on
Well,
watch?
It's my
Oh no, it's about to be his watch. Like it's just his
I
watch
woke
pretty
up
much just
just
started.
in time for my watch. You accuse me of that.
Yes.
I woke up just in time. I am moment perfect exact.
Okay, going to go to sleep and shoot myself in dream. How does that sound? Yes?
You shoot
If you
me
two
too.
don't shut up, I shoot you both in real life.
Yes, please.
Okay.
Avanad, make me, I guess spot hidden would be fine. It's actually like a hearing check, but
There
Olzeg,
is listen.
make me a listen check, Olzeg.
Oh boy, I'm not good at those. I wish. That was close,
Yeah.
though.
Yeah, you don't hear it.
Probably
But
called me a meanie poo-poo head.
huh?
Probably called me a meanie poo-poo head, and I'm gonna have to shoot him, too.
Player knowledge, but not character knowledge. Avanad said, "Wouldn't be the first time you shot someone today."
Oh, yeah. I think I'm gonna
yeah.
have to shoot Avanad, boys.
Hey, Olzeg doesn't know.
He's doubting me.
Yeah. But yeah, so you guys, you go back to bed. Krikov, your watch goes by uneventfully until it's about 7 in the morning, and you hear a knock, a very light knock on the door.
I go to the door and open the door. By the way, I'm doing this armed.
Yeah, of
'Cause
course.
Yeah.
Do you have the gun brandished, or is it behind the door?
I would like to do this how I do this in real life. You know, weapon behind the door.
Sure.
Mr. Hill, if you're accusing me of that, you better have something stronger than an umbrella behind that door. 9-iron. Understandable. Have a nice day.
Yeah. But yeah, so you hear or you see as you open the door, Sunsika, who is a character you guys met when you first got into town. She's the workhouse's or the common house's owner's daughter. And she's like, "Oh, sorry for waking you at this time, but and right before she says anything else, the smell hits you. There is fresh cooked breakfast in a basket that she is holding."
All of a sudden, we just all throw Anatoly out the window and are like, new cook.
But yeah, she's like, "I figured as a thanks from the town, we put together a small breakfast and care package," and kind of like holds out the thing and says, I don't want to wake anybody else if I don't have to. But you all have heard that the door has opened. Whether you wake up or not is your choice as a player.
Sure, maybe kind of dunk. Whatever he's on, just kind of roll off onto the floor. Oh shit, cold.
Friend Anatoly already awake. He woke when I opened the door.
He smells good. He smells like... Is that bread? Shit, I forgot to make breakfast.
And
It's okay, friend. We have breakfast arrived.
yeah, at this point, all of you definitely are awake now. Like, there's like yelling going on, and like Avanad says, "Breakfast."
Silly friends, you don't get choice as to when you wake up. My yelling decide.
That's right.
Yeah, Olzeg, you wake up, and you smell breakfast as well.
Shit, forgot to make breakfast is probably the first thing you hear.
Yeah.
If it were anyone else, you'd all be dead.
Do not worry. There is still time for all of us to be dead.
Yeah, Sunsika has like the most puzzled look on her face. Like, you guys are just like very much like you guys are weird and a little scary, but okay, you know.
We do be kind of
It's very common banter when you spend time with people and you have no one else to spend time with, and then you are cooped in truck.
Oof. Sounds very sounds like it would create a good sense of camaraderie, no?
Yes.
And yeah, and
And
she has
also
like a
you lose your mind a little, but it's fine.
Yeah, she smiles and nods, you know.
Ma'am, riddle me this, ma'am. When was the last time you slept through the night?
Ah, it's been a long
Not
time.
talking to you, talking to the fair lady.
Oh.
She says, usually I sleep through the night fine. Why?
Shit. Yet. I need beans.
Yeah, she looks at you with like this weird fucking look of like, are you hitting on me? Kind of look.
No, I was simply asking last time you slept through the night because, maybe it was too much of the good stuff last night. Too
Yeah.
much. Probably.
She shrugs and says, well, I don't want to bother you, but I don't think you've been given a full tour of the town, and I figured I would offer to show you around and let you guys or let you gentlemen see all that our lovely little town has to offer.
Do not fret. Is no bother. We would love to. Isn't that right, guys?
You mean, isn't that right, commanding officer? Looking at Olzeg, who's probably still on the ground.
It's fine. It's fine.
Oh, I'm sorry, not Olzeg. Lieutenant Malganovic. Vich.
Oy. I suppose
still
there is
recovering.
no harm to be done.
You
She
could
says-
Oh,
go ahead.
You-
Yeah, she says it doesn't have to be right now. I'll just be at the common house. But if you want to stop by, please do. I will be free all day.
I will keep that in mind. I apologize. Remind me of your name again.
I am Sansika Ferdan. It is a pleasure to meet you. I don't think I caught any of your names, but Father talked to all of you?
Yes.
Yes.
That is usually the case, yes.
Hmm.
Oh, sorry. Anatoly Beshenko, resident cook, and also apparently armed soldier at this point, because we all have to do everything here.
I am Kryukov. My toys go boom.
She like smiles and goes, "Ah, so you work with fireworks?" Like with like a really like obviously sarcastic dumb face on.
More like putty that if drop everyone die.
Ah, I see.
Yes.
And she
She
like
doesn't see, does she?
no, she says like, "Ah, I see," and has like a slightly disconcerted look on her face.
It's fine. I
Olzeg
am very
Malganovich, member in good standing of the State Protection Service.
She kind of does like a little bit of like a bow. It's like, pleasure to meet you. We have not had the grace of someone of such distinction here in quite a while. Not since before I was born, I think.
Insert joke of I can tell.
Yeah,
Cavastas, the pleasure is all ours.
Avanad like waves from the back. I'm Mr. Konstantin, but you can call me Avanad. I make good friend. And like throws up thumbs up. She's like, well, it is a pleasure to meet you. I will not take up any more of your breakfast time. I'm sure that you are all very busy when you wake up doing whatever soldiers do when they wake up. But
Yes.
stop by the common house and I will give you a tour. And she gives you guys just like this bright beaming smile. And it's like pretty refreshing because most of the people around this town are pretty goddamn grim, even when they're making jokes. And like, she just seems like she's just like, yeah, no, like, I'm gonna give you guys a tour, you know?
She's cute. I like her.
As
Yeah.
soon as she's gone,
Mm-hmm.
Anatoly looks to Olzig. Lieutenant? Permission?
Dibs.
You two fight it out amongst yourselves. I am not going to get involved.
Just give me the requisition order. I don't understand what is so difficult.
I
Avanad
just give you a
says,
look where I'm like, what the fuck?
yeah, Avanad looks at you and goes, "Don't you know that requisition orders don't cover recreation?" And like fucking like leans back.
Jesus.
Actually, I want to roll
I'm
law
sorry.
to see. I want to roll law so I know like the exact wording of it.
Yeah.
Oh come on!
You know, that's close enough. I'll give it to you. You know the exact order for requisition, and the like keywords are as needed basis and supply. So like not at all. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, I try to make joke, lighten mood, especially after bullshit that happened last night and yesterday. But apparently, it's no good.
Yeah.
Tell you
All
what,
of you are insufferable.
we'll arm wrestle you for her.
Avanad says, "Thank you. I'm glad to be considered insufferable."
My friend,
You-
I prefer
can
Battle
suffer
of
me.
Wits, especially when it is a category that you are apparently unarmed in.
Oh, you think you are smarter than me?
I said what I said.
Is very rude and very incorrect.
It is currently a slice of life Russian anime.
Yeah, Olzek's just eating. He's
basically-
like, fuck this shit.
Yeah.
Basically, I just pulled out. I prepared for a battle of wits, but you appear to be unarmed.
Yeah.
So the only appropriate response is, "Come on, Kryakov, you can do it."
I don't remember this one.
Your mom suck. Your mom
forgot it.
sucked me good and hard through my.
Jesus Christ. All right. So
He
anyway,
almost made me spit wine everywhere.
you guys are fucking you guys eat fucking breakfast. It is absolutely delicious. It's like some of the most wholesome food you've had in a long time. There's God fucking damn it.
Is it wholesome? Is it wholesome enough to make the bad thoughts go away?
No.
No.
Maybe. I hope. God damn it. Yeah, it's like hashed.
Good night,
it's like-
everybody.
it's like hashed potatoes. Or it's like a red potato hash. There's like nice like a side of like some sort of meat, probably deer is your bet, but it might be elk. But
I didn't mean to do that. I'm sorry.
there's also like bread and toast, both bread and toast. There's also some like porridge in like a bowl that's covered in like a skin on top of it, like some sort of like animal skin, like leathery thing that they put over the bowl. So yeah, there's enough for everybody. I'm assuming everybody eats breakfast.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I was
Why
eating
do I
the
keep?
joke while they're like,
I keep trying to do other things. I'm sorry. I don't mean to hit that.
He do be driving auto though. He's like, excellent. I shall drive my toast.
quick,
yeah.
get in
Sorry.
before the Germans find us.
Yeah.
All right. Sorry.
You're good. But yeah, so you guys get your breakfast done. So what's next on the day?
Fuck, what is next on the day? Well, we do know that we're trying to find a way out.
I'm sorry. Excuse me.
Sorry, I'm kind of blanking here. I'm trying to think.
Ah, you're good. You're good.
Here. All right. There's the quote for anyone interested in Project Severovo.
Where is it? I didn't fully hear what you said, but that's so fucking good.
I'm sorry.
Jesus Christ.
Yep.
Through my jorts. Christ. But yeah. So
That's when you said it was a wholesome breakfast. I'm like, does it make the dirty thoughts go away?
Yeah. Oh man, I think the most despicable part about that quote is the jorts. But I digress. Yeah, Olzeg, what are you gonna order your men to do today?
I don't know, Brain. What are we going to do tonight?
The same thing we do every day. Brain, Pinky.
Trying
Take
to
over
take
the
over
world.
the capitalist world.
I'll let you guys think about what you're about to do and like talk about it. I need to use the restroom, and I will be right back.
What do you think we should do? Because we need to find a way out of here, but we've kind of exhausted the main source of information we had. I mean, we could try and go back and talk to Vedran if we think he'll actually do something.
I wouldn't want to burn that bridge just yet. Because, think about it. Either we do squeeze it out of him, and then he hates us. And maybe it's something like, yeah, I know a path through the fog, but guess who's not showing it to you, assholes? Really, we have two options. Sorry, this is out of character. Really, we have two options. One, we should probably, as much as I hate to say it, we should probably do some more things for the people around town. And if that starts with Vedran, that starts with Vedran. At the very least, we should take Sinsika up on her offer about looking around town. And I'm saying that completely from not a self-interested point of view at all.
But I would say it from a self-interested point of view entirely. But that's not the point.
I mean, at the end of the day, we're very much self-interested view.
Well,
This is also true.
Let's see here.
I am return. So, what have we decided, boys?
I think we're just going to
Hard drugs.
start doing things around town to improve our reputation. We're probably going to start with Vedran because he's the most likely to have any information about how to get us the fuck out of here.
Okay. Were you gonna take the tour with Sunsika?
Oh
Yes.
yeah, we could do that, yes.
That's what I thought. I just said that.
I'm also very dumb.
not
You're
very
good.
dumb.
You're good.
It's okay. We can blame it on your drink.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's
Welcome
why
to-
people drink. Is to make
So-
up for their shortcomings and have something to blame that isn't their father.
Exactly,
Yeah.
James.
See?
Exactly. Why do you
Now
think
you're
I drink?
beginning to-
Oh.
What?
No, I keyed.
I didn't even hear what you said.
Sometimes.
Let's see.
I didn't
Mike, do you need to
Sometimes.
talk to somebody?
Trust me, I already do. No,
I think I was gonna say I think we all need help that cannot be, extended to more
Wait,
than.
hold on. What did Mike say? I missed it.
I
Well,
said,
now
why
you'll
do you
never
think I
know.
drink? But yeah. So anyway, let's get back on track. So you guys head off to the common house, and like as soon as you enter, there's a lot more people that are in the common house than were in there before. Clearly, having heat everywhere is making people a lot more sociable, which is nice.
Especially in this. Wait, we're not a socialism.
Nope.
That would have been a great joke. Damn it, if we were Canadians.
Yeah, right. But yeah, you guys get in there, and Sunsika is there, and she's like, yeah, the soldiers are here, and she kind of breaks away from her dad, like says something, and what was I saying? Yeah, like breaks away and like comes up to you guys and goes, Oh, hello. It is good to see you. I'm glad you've taken me up on my offer.
It would behoove us to know more about the town, and who better to show us than someone of the town?
Yeah, she smiles warmly and says, Of course, of course. Well, there's no use waiting. It's going to maybe warm up, but not by much, so we might as well go. And she kind of walks out and starts leading you around. And you guys go across this big empty space. This area, she's like, this is the town center. Um, Usually we would have bazaars and fruit markets and pretty much any or farmers markets and pretty much anything that we could fit in here. This is also where we have any celebrations that we have. Sadly, we haven't really been in a celebratory mood lately. Um, and she walks you over here. And you guys see a big fucking ostentatious looking church, but it doesn't seem to be of a faith you recognize.
What is the, or rather, who is the church dedicated to?
She says, "Oh yes, this is the church. Father Boro Praskovia is the pastor of this church. Uh, I am not personally religious, but some other people in town are. This is a. Hold on, give me 1 second. This is church. This is the Church of the Leodioid. Which
Of
I
a
should
what?
probably
Yeah, spell that out.
Leodioid.
And tell me, is that a Scrabble word?
It is not. Leodioid. There we go.
Is that something any one of us would recognize?
Yeah, you guys are Russian. Leodioid means ogre.
I thought you were going to have us roll religion, but damn it.
Well,
Is
I mean,
there-
you recognize the word,
Sure.
you know. Let's see.
Could
You can't
So,
roll
oh
religion
wait,
to
so
see if
you're
you know
telling me we
anything
just
about
walked into Shrek's swamp?
is religion not a thing?
it. It is.
Would that be under... Is it? If not, it would probably be just slapped under a cult because haha, religion bad.
Let me look at my character sheet because I know Avanad has religion of some kind. Religion is it would be an additional skill. You start at 10.
Okay. Religion. If nothing else, it's a skill that I want to roll.
Sure.
If I could get my mouse to work, I'll just roll a 1d100.
I'm gonna push the roll. No.
Nah. Me no know.
Alright. Sure, Avanad will make the roll. Nah, I failed the roll. But, yeah. None of you quite know, which is fine. She doesn't really know either, so, you know. She's like, this is, the Church of, Leodiad. Hold on.
I'm to assume that this is a, local color.
It's been in town for as long as I know. As long as I've been alive. And she kind of like quirks her head, like a little bit, like, I guess, you know.
His name, I guess. Sure, his religion, of course. Because who wouldn't pray to ogre?
She says, I'm not quite sure what all it is about, but they hold very nice festivals, and
Even in these times?
not during these times. We haven't really had much time to hold a festival, but they officiate any weddings and take care of any funerals that happen, and generally are the spiritual guidance of the town. And yeah, you guys continue walking, and you find yourself in front of a courthouse, and it is very small, and there's prominently a gallows right out here. You know that there was a person in those gallows a couple days ago. They are not there now. She
Who is
says,
maintaining the gallows?
"Who is maintaining the gallows?"
That's what I'm asking her. Yeah.
Oh yeah, she says, "Oh, this is the courthouse. The sheriff of the town maintains the gallows, but he doesn't come out of his office all that often."
Sounds like someone we should talk to, eh, Lieutenant?
Would be someone who is knowledgeable on the goings-ons here and key players both above and below the party line, so to speak.
Says she kind of smiles like she just has no idea what you guys are talking about. You know?
One of those polite, haha, I don't know.
Right, exactly. But yeah, you notice it's a small brownstone building. The gallows are like almost like a quarter of the size of the building. And they're very old construction, very big construction, like bigger than most gallows you see. They actually they're about 10 feet off the ground as opposed to the normal like 4. And the wood appears to be very old, very sturdy, and all of the fittings seem to be original, but you can't quite tell how old these gallows are.
Huh.
Yeah. But yeah, she keeps leading you around, goes, "This is the high income district. This is for
Can you move us on the map to it?
I am.
We're not on that screen.
Oh, what
We're
screen
still
are
on
you
the
guys
church.
on? Oh, whoop. There we go. Actually, let me show you the courthouse real quick. There's the courthouse. My bad.
Ah, yes.
And here is the Severovo main map because the districts don't have small maps. She says, over to our, as she's walking, she's like, over to our west is Ilyich Farms. They are one of our biggest producers of potatoes and wheat. They do very good, and they have many farm hands. And moves down, moves you guys further south, and says, "This is the high income block. Some of the older members of the town live here. People who have been here for a while, old families, that sort of thing."
You can tell that Olzek's biting back some comment about there being a high-income district.
Yeah. She doesn't seem to notice. She walks you over here and says, "This is the lumber yard. This is where most of the work in the town gets done. It is," and she's like walking you guys this way as she's saying it. She's like, "It is currently still partially operational, but because of the," and she kind of like looks off into the middle distance towards like a faint fog you can see. "It is currently under restrained production." And let me show you the lumber yard.
We may need some lumber soon. What do you think, Lieutenant?
We would need something to replace the shoddy craftsmanship of our doors.
Anyone know how to... Well, it's not too hard to build a door, but if we can get someone to do it for us, all the better, yes?
By the way, compliment my map. I spent like 20 minutes making this.
Yes.
Complimented
This is
the
good
map.
map.
Thank you. Okay,
Yes.
anyway. But she walks you past. She looks over to the left and goes, "To our left is the middle district. We usually just call this the housing block. Most people don't live in the low income area for, well, obvious reasons. But
What
okay.
goes on here, then?
Well, this is just where many people's houses are. There are a few small services that are ran out of here, but nothing really important." most of what you're going to find, and she leads you to this corner, and you see this big like area that has like a nice road leading past it, like a paved road. Um, she says, "This is the market. This is where other towns would come in and trade their goods, and we would trade goods back to them. This is where any merchants who traveled from here to faraway areas unincorporated would also find find things and grab things. And this is kind of our main cultural touchstone for anybody who's coming into the town in mass." And she actually points out this building right here. She says, "This right here is actually somewhat of a, I suppose you would call it an immigration office. It is where anybody who wants to join the town in mass, like for instance, about 20 years ago, there were several people who came from the north who said that their village had been sacked and burned down by somebody, and we accepted them into here. That is where they come through."
Did they say anything? Or these people, are any of them still alive?
Um, she says, "Of course, there are many of them still alive. You met one of them yesterday." And she kind of like nods. She kind of like nods towards the common house and says, "Raphael happens to be one of them. He's probably the most silver-tongued of all of them." And she
Indeed.
kind of like chuckles.
So, are we to suspect that? Well, let's just say he did not strike me as one of the party.
She kind of leans back and she kind of stiffens her back and says, "You'll have to forgive some of the people who live here. There are, well, we don't get many visitors from the government, and we've kind of been in our own little area, in our own little trade zone for a long time, so some people may be less sensitive to party sensibilities, I suppose." And she kind of has like this sheepish look on her face of like really uncomfortable talking about it.
Well, then surely you have heard of the conflict approaching. We are, well, the glorious Soviet Union has teamed up with well, the fascists from Germany, as much as I hate to admit it. We will be marching on Finland soon.
She nods and says, "I've heard whisperings of this. Some of the elders," and she says, "only some, believe that this is far away enough from us that we do not need to worry about this."
Then I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but what do you think we are doing out here?
She kind of like stops for a second and like widens her eyes and goes, "Wait, what are you here out for?"
We were here on a recruitment drive originally.
She stops for a second. She kind of pauses. And then like her smile kind of comes back and says, "Well, at least for the time being, I don't think anyone's going anywhere, but as soon as you come back, I'm sure that speaking to the head of the town would be very easy to do, maybe."
Our first goal is to solve the mystery of whatever is going on here.
Yeah, and hearing that, she smiles a lot more sincerely. It's like, I appreciate that. Thank you so much.
Hey, we are stuck here just like you. As a matter of fact, we're all comrades in arms, yes? Nothing to be afraid of. We are all on the same side.
Yeah, she nods and smiles and says, So, on the left here, you will see that there is the bathhouse. It does not work at the moment. Something happened to the pumps. Something happened to the pumps around the back of it. and the bathhouse owner, more importantly, has gone missing. So no one has really ventured out there to take a look at it.
Kryukov, are you thinking what I am thinking?
A
Not
threesome
likely,
in
but
showers?
not likely, but I'm sure we are both thinking something equally effective.
I was talking about the bathhouse, you idiot.
I know.
Yet.
Yeah, and at this
What did you
point,
think I was thinking about?
I don't know, with that blin you have for a brain. Blin, by the way,
sweet.
is pancake.
ah,
Russian pancake.
I was curious.
Dr. Breen,
Also, you-
yes. He is a pancake.
Yeah, true,
I'll
true.
score you. I'll tell you what.
And she keeps moving without even paying you guys any heed. Olzeg, I'm sure you're keeping in step.
Yeah,
Abaddon is.
I'm just,
Yeah.
I know how to ignore my men.
Yeah, she says over here is the horse stables. And actually, let me get you the horse stable. There they are. She says, this is where the town leader stables his horses, and you see there are like a lot of horses in here, like probably like at least 24 horses.
That is a lot of horses to keep fed during the winter. How do you do it?
She says I am not sure. I'm not sure. You would have to ask Mr. Milojevic himself.
I believe we might have a reason to speak to him if he is town leader.
And here's the big one. So, you guys notice the stables are in front of this big, ostentatious, old-style mansion with parapets on it. It's made of very nice wood. It's a little bit kind of paint chipped at the moment, but these big stone walls around it are very clearly like were made to last. There's big wrought iron sticking out of it. And she says, this is where Mr. Milojevic lives.
Reminds me of old Tsarist place.
She says, well, he his father owned the town, and before that his father was the lord of the town, and before that his father was the lord of the town.
Maybe a former white. Kind of as an off aside to Olzeg.
Yeah.
It seems so. This stinks of feudalism.
And she just kind of stands there silently. You notice that pretty much the only thing in town she looks at without like a warm smile and a big sense of pride is like this mansion. Like everything else, even if it's kind of old or kind of busted down, you can tell she's super proud of where she lives, right? But like this one, she says pretty lifelessly.
Tell us, comrade, what was her first name again?
Sinsika.
Sinsika.
Comrade Sinsika. What are your thoughts on this man? Was he a good head of the town?
So make me a psychology check.
I think I actually have that.
Yeah.
Where's... I have analysis. Never mind.
Yeah.
Rip.
You have anal cysts?
Oh boy. I'll give you a +10 because you've started to get to know this person.
Nope. Even with the
not
plus
quite.
10.
Damn it.
Your brain just
man.
breaks a little bit.
Yeah. You're like,
It's
I have
all
no
right.
idea what she's thinking about. Boy, that breakfast was good. Cook. You know,
Say
But-
something like that. Beautiful face, weather today.
she looks at you,
Bird.
and then she looks back at Olzeg. Like she just shoots you a look of like and then like looks at Olzeg and is like, I do not want to speak ill of Mr.
Oh, did you want psychology, not psychoanalysis?
No, yeah, psychology. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay, that was psychoanalysis.
Mm-hmm. Oh, wow. Yeah. You can tell she's very uncomfortable about this, and like the way she words it, she has some pretty strong feelings about this guy. She's like, I do not want to speak ill of Mr. Milojevic.
But if
He
you
has.
do,
Mhm.
anything you say is between us.
She taps on her ear and then taps and then like points towards the manor, and says he provides for the village, and he is a very level-headed man who understands the politics of the region. He is a great boon to us. And
Sounds a little canned.
yeah, and
Well,
she
yeah,
kinda,
basically she's saying not within earshot of the manor.
yeah. Yeah.
Perhaps we should move on then, yes?
Yes, of course. And she starts walking, and once you get to about here in the lumber yard, she was like making small talk, like, "Hey, you know, it's very nice to see the this and the that and blah 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 blah." And the second she gets to about this edge of the lumber yard, she goes, interrupts herself, and like, and the lumber yard is always so between you and me. I think that he is hoarding something or keeping away from us. He usually would come to town, but before the fog, but after the fog descended, no one has seen him, and only his servants have come to town, and they are not the most polite people.
Is it possible that he was taken by the fog?
Maybe. I don't know. He has 3 concubines. None of them have been seen either, so... Yeah, and she smiles when she hears you say "Feh." She like smiles a little bit, and I agree. Says, I have not seen any nobody has seen him. However, we have seen one of them, Monica Prazak, riding horses around the manor. Like around the outside of the walls at least once.
So, it sounds like we need to go and tell, spread the good word of Comrade Stalin.
Spread the good word of humanity to this pig.
She, keeping your psychology check, Anatoly, you can tell she's definitely, like, trying to hold back how much she wants to laugh and, like, wants to smile at that, because she still, like, wants to be respectful of the guy, even though he's a total asshat.
Yep.
But yeah, she's like, well, that concludes the tour. I will tell you, I was thinking last night about where would be most useful to let you guys know about, or to let you gentlemen know about. There is a gun store and a provision store in the market. There is not much there, but they might be able to assist you in one way or another. If you mention that I sent you, I'm sure that they would be willing to sell you at maybe a better price.
Kind of leaning over to, kind of out as an aside, would say to the two of them, perhaps it would be better to purchase instead of requisition.
As long as
Save
we keep in good
keep-
grace of the town.
I think we can do plenty of requisitioning inside of that manor.
Indeed. But I don't want to go in there without proper provisions for diplomacy.
Of course.
As capitalist dog once said, speak softly, carry big stick.
Oh, that is, remind me. The polio! No,
Napoleon. Wrong
no,
Roosevelt.
Yeah.
more or less that he's doing that on purpose.
Wait, was Big Stick? Yeah, because that was
Yeah, that
That's
was
Teddy
Teddy.
Roosevelt, and that was
And FDR was the one who had polio.
Yeah, I was
yeah.
gonna say the polio man. No, not the polio man.
The polio man.
But
I hate
yeah,
to imagine what he calls Churchill.
yeah, right.
Ah, the drunk dog man.
But yeah, so she kind of, while you're talking about requisitioning, like playfully has her fingers in her ears and going la di da di da, like sort of like walking like in a semicircle around you guys. And as soon as you guys are done, she's like, well, this is the tour. I need to go back to work. There are surely many hungry and thirsty patrons. Feel free to stop in at any time. We are more than happy to have you. And she shoots you just like the biggest winning smile, you know?
We will be by. If
Yeah.
not all of us, then at least me.
Yeah. And she says, well, I will see you soldier boys later. And like walks in.
Soldier boy.
All
Don't
up in
forget-
this. Oh no.
You know I am old enough to be her father.
She says, exactly, and I would keep that in mind for you too, Mr. Beshenko. And like shoots you away and like walks inside.
No. She was gone. I thought she was gone.
Okay.
Like,
Well, then,
excuse
yeah,
me.
that's something Olsek would definitely point out as the old man. Be like,
Yeah.
something you should keep in mind as well, no?
Avanad,
Kriakov, back me up here.
yeah.
You do not take
I know.
scions from old tree and give to sprout.
I am also almost half your age.
Yeah, Avanad looks over at you and goes, I'm not even interested and I think it's creepy.
Excuse me.
I
I am still looker.
He rolls his eyes.
Not quite 40 yet. Turning
Yeah.
40 in about a month, mind you.
Yeah.
still looker, yes? What you looking for?
I'm looking for
Looking
you
for
to
his-
shut your mouth.
He's looking for his glasses.
It sounds about right.
I can still shoot straight enough to put a third eye where your other two are.
Avanad
Yes?
says,
Is
Avanad
that
like,
promise?
Avanad says, I know when I've had my fun. And like, just like walks over kind of by Olzek.
I think it's fairly well known at this point that yes, Anatoly got some shooting skills.
Yeah, he's kind of he's kind of the marksman of the group, isn't he?
I have an
Yikes.
84 in rifle.
Yeah?
Yeah, but it's not your rifle, it's your gun.
Ha! No, I
No,
was.
this is my
Yeah, what is the
rifle.
fun?
Oh, goodness.
That earlier was my gun. This is
Yeah.
I'm talking about my rifle now.
Yeah. Good lord. But yeah, so it is about 11 o'clock. I will say that for tonight, I think we are gonna sign off. So let us start our sign-offs with Kruyakov.
Howdy, friends. Ignore that bag of chips.
No.
No.
Do as I said. Anyway, so howdy, kids. It is your local Texport, and you caught me here playing Projekt. The man with an inconsistent accent. And it's fine. It's fine.
The
Don't
U.S.
worry.
spy in this game of Among U.S. Yeah, who's second imposter, though? Or did we already get rid of the first one when we got rid of Optimus Prime?
Yeah,
Actually,
yeah.
so you don't really need you don't really need two. You can just start with one. So
Yeah, but then it's tough.
yeah, it's tough for the imposter, but that just makes it fun for the imposter. Who doesn't like a challenge? You know?
I personally love to play imposter and then vent in front of people and then unvent in front of them because they know they're about to die.
That's a power move.
It's the head games that really
See,
sell it.
The problem I found with that one is I did that in front of someone once, and I accidentally moved out of range, and then they ran for the emergency button, and I could not get close enough to them. That was a problem.
Whoops.
You got a power move, but also be able to back up the power move.
Yo,
So, yeah.
I had my own partner trying to troll, reported the
Oh.
corpse I made, and then was like, he did it.
Oh, that's shitty.
And then I went,
Oh,
no,
fuck.
he did it. And everyone was like, yeah, he's been kind of weird.
Oh, yeah. So you were extra proven. Did you win that round?
Yes.
Good.
I won it with a vote. It was down to 3 people, and I just killed someone in front of this guy. He was like, "Oh, Brown did it." And I was like, "No, I didn't." I mean, I was the one who convinced you guys that Yellow was the killer. So,
And then
Nice.
fucking Daniel managed to convince Mike and I
Oh, yeah.
last night.
Right?
Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah, that was wild. Yeah. Anyway, back to your outro.
Anyway, back to my outro. So you'll probably be able to catch me on Sunday, hopefully. You know, as the one and only Munch. She
Munch
who
Mom.
Munch. Yeah, you know?
Mhm.
Mother Munch. And you know, and cousin can't stop dying, you know? It's fun.
Mhm.
I mean, he's only died twice.
Twice?
Then again, that's 2 times many. That's double what most people die.
Yeah, and he will die again eventually because that is the natural cycle.
Yeah.
So he will have effectively died 3 times more than the average person.
Hey, that just means he's a fucking winner.
Hell
yeah, dude. Just mean, hey, but hold up. So don't they say that cowards die 1,000 deaths? Seems like bullshit because he's not a coward.
Heh.
So,
Yeah, it seems like if
put
you're a
your money where
coward,
your mouth
you would be
is,
the first
pussies.
to. Or if you were a coward, you would live.
Yeah. See. Or maybe they're talking about how cowards die on the inside.
Yeah, you're
But
actually
I'm
just
not a
legit
coward.
explaining the expression now.
I'm proud of you,
Yeah,
Gary.
it could be. It could be. But on that note, I'm already dead on the inside. So joke's on y'all.
I'm
But-
not nice.
Heh.
But I think I'm only in those 2, right? I think.
Yeah, you're not important enough for the other games.
Yeah, that's
Hey. Disagree. I think Gary should be in every game.
true. Aw, that's so sweet.
Of course.
I don't
Only
have
so
time
that
for
we
every
can
game,
have
though. I
Grandma
have a
in
job now.
space.
Grandma in space, brother.
Yeah.
You know how ready I am for that.
Space
That'd be
Granny.
Tonight on the adventures of Space Granny.
All right.
Whoa.
So, next on the docket, if you're done, Gary.
Yeah, I was done.
Okay. Next on the docket, let's do Anatoly Bashenko.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Cyrus Smith, and you just saw me playing Anatoly Pashenko, the guy who got literally told, "Yeah, you're too fucking old. Find someone else." And so, the DM better be ready because he is going to find someone else.
He's single, ready to mingle, and he's a commoner in the Russian jingle.
Oh no, I am glorious Soviet Union soldier. Any
of
woman
course.
would fall at my feet.
Of course.
Yeah, after you
Oh.
shoot them.
Hey, I don't think you have any room to be making that statement, sir.
That's fair, actually. You don't, James.
Hey, at
Overruled.
least I'm honest.
Are you though?
That's fair. I mean, he is.
All right. Let's see here. You can also find me. Well, yes, this Sunday I will be running Tales from the Cosmos, where our band of intrepid adventurers, well, they're going to have to deal with the aftermath of when someone who shall remain nameless decided, I'm going to blow up the island. Now, I make it sound worse than it actually was. He didn't know he was going to blow up the island, but, you know, that doesn't make for a fun story. No, he intentionally blew up the island.
Yeah.
Who are we pretending? Who are we pretending is going to remain nameless?
I don't know. You can also find me on Monday playing Twinkle Bailey, the isekai that got drug around and asked to fix everyone else's problems because apparently in this world, Vase's problems are our problems because our problems are her problems when her problems are our... Never mind. It's 11 o'clock. I'm tired. Needless to say, it's 11:11. Make a wish.
I wish for world peace.
I wish for October to never end.
Man,
Did you
both
just
of us-
did you just Did you just call what the rest of 2020 was gonna be?
Wait a minute. Hold on.
Never-ending spook.
No, because we did the wishes out loud, so now they're never gonna come true.
No!
World peace. Fuck.
I
The
did.
never-ending
I didn't wish out
Spooktober.
loud. I didn't wish out loud. Don't worry.
You better have wished for unending
gl-
Spooktober.
No, I actually did some. I wished for something else.
Was it a ham sandwich?
No. Hey, a ham sandwich.
And I don't want to turn into... I want a turkey sandwich, and I don't want to turn into a turkey, and I don't want it to be a zombie sandwich. I just want a regular turkey sandwich on rye with mayo. Pretty good sandwich. Turkey's kind of dry. The turkey's kind of dry!
Jesus.
Damn you, monkey's paw!
Oh god.
You can also find me on Tuesday, where I'm playing. In Don't Seattle for anything else, where I'm playing Drifter, the lady following the ninja around in her own little dog-sized bot, except dog-sized rotocraft. Except this dog-sized rotocraft has a pair of Ares Alphas slung underneath it.
Huh.
That's a lot of damage. Especially when both of those Ares Alphas have grenade launchers attached.
So when the ninja says anything, do they tell you to believe it?
Huh. Very
Jesus.
good.
You can also find me on Wednesday when we're playing Hench to Mensch, where I'm playing Acer, the telepathic sniper, who has just got it out for Winchester at this point. But we've got some loose ends to tie up first. We've got to make the body double. We've got to find more information on if Winchester is actually who we think he is, and some other things. So, yeah. And that brings us back to today.
Excellent. Olzeg Malganovich.
Hello, glorious partners and friendolas. My name is James, otherwise known as Nightheart. You caught me here today playing Olzeg Malganovich, the KGB spook who's happy to shoot you if he just doesn't like you, just like the real KGB. Can also find me here on Sundays, where I play a whole bunch of different characters in Tales from the Cosmos, where we'll hopefully be getting back to that. We had a little bit of the Big C scare with me recently, which is why we have been a bit lax on being there. I am sorry, but that just means that Gunner's going to have some crazy shit planned, and it's going to be scary, and we're all going to cry.
That's about right.
You can also find me on Monday, where I play Sarald Silverchild, who might as well be called S, because he's pretty much L, except he hopefully won't get killed by a book. He got to do some sleuthing. The sleuth got to sleuth for once. And basically got to tell Vesa, hey, your dad might be like an alien, but not the kind of alien he's supposed to be.
Huh.
And then she was like, yeah, he's kind of weird like that. And he's like, yeah, dads suck. I never know mine. I was raised to be a child soldier. Wait, what? And, yeah. And on
For legal
Wednesdays...
reasons, that was a joke.
On Wednesdays, you can find me in Hench to Mensch, where I play Martyr, the pain-dealing, pain-giving super mutant who's having enough of this shit. Now he's just taking the local edgelord on a really overly long and stupid tour of the building, where he's like, on your left, you'll see a hallway, and on your right, the other half of a hallway. Over here is a window. They let the light in like they don't in your basement. And is going to pretend to be Acer, so he needs to get his hair did up pretty, so that he can get shot and then be like, ha, bullets don't hurt me, I have 4 armor, in a system where max HP is like 5. And yeah, that's me.
Alright, excellent. I am going to leave us with a post-credit scene. So, we take a look, and we see the figure that Olzeg saw in his dream. The figure behind the typewriter and screen. And up to that figure comes the figure that Krikov and Anatoly saw. The one with the megaphone mouth and camera eyes. and it pulls open a drawer beside this suited figure and vomits. But it seems like it's more of just a pure white, like sludge, I guess, into this desk and closes it. Closes the drawer, looks up and says, apparent work. And the other thing looks over and just holds a finger up to shush it. And then looks back, and we hear a voice. And it says, there is word that Soak and Static have been working. This is not good. I'm not sure what is currently happening, but as far as I know, there are errant actors. We have issues. Do not worry. I will go and solve them. And both of these figures look forward, and we get a view of just a pair of shoes that are very nicely shined. But like, as we like look at this shot and as this person is talking, they form into hooves, and then they form into talons, and then into very ruddy old shoes. And like the pant line above it changes as well. And the figure says, continue reporting at standard intervals, and make sure that you are keeping a strong distance away from the village. There was too close of an encounter last night. I don't want to see it happen again. The only contact that will happen is between me and them. No one else is to see them. And you see the other, the small one with the megaphone, say, pardon, but query, what about Soak and what about Static? Like, do they require observation? And the speaker says, no. Leave them to me. The dog's chains need to be yanked. I think they're hungry. We will give them meat soon enough. Soon enough, we will all dine on meat. And then we get the close. Hello, everybody. My name is Mike, also known as Win 5, Get 1 Free. And tonight you caught me running Projekt Severovo, which has been my brainchild for a while. I'm getting to put these hardened Russian soldiers through their fucking paces. Today they got a nice little tour of the town and learned about some of the major players that are involved. They haven't gotten to reach out to any of them, but it seems that they have interest in the Black Marketeer, the sheriff, and the owner of the town. And there's also a foreman for the lumberyard in there somewhere in the power structure as well. You can also catch me on Mondays when I am in Firestrike, there we go, that's the name, playing Matthias Merch Dieschborg, the lovable little radish man who's having a strong internal conflict and trying to figure shit out. If you are watching currently on Twitch and you want to see this on the YouTubeosphere, then please, by all means, first of all, go to YouTube. Second of all, search Paradise Theater. Third of all, click on our videos. Fourth of all, like and subscribe! If you are watching on YouTube and you want to catch this shit live, then you can go to twitch.tv/pair_o_dice_theater, which is, you know, the handy link to our Twitch, where you should definitely follow us and maybe even throw a subscription our way, you know, you're a little cheeky there, you know. And if you want to see our Twitter, that I am still doing some maintaining on for some updates and some updates and scheduling, and also some hot memes. You can catch us at Pair Theater, and I think that is going to do it for us tonight. So with that, let's everybody give us an RIP military truck and get on out of here.
RIP military truck.